Alright, so I'm gonna start off by so it was me and my friend Jonathan. We were gonna go to a Lacerna party, and he invited me. He said, "Yo, there's like a Lacerna party, and Lacerna they don't have night parties." And this is sophomore year of my high school. This is my first high school. This is my first high school party. So me and him, we head off. It's about they have day parties, and because like I guess since they're all Lacerna kids, like I guess their families are like strict and shit, but like just stuff like that. So it was about 4 or 5. We get to the party, and it was a pretty chill party. It wasn't a La Habra High School party, because like La Habra High School parties are like fucking crazy. Like people get fucking wasted and shit. And I was chilling at the Lacerna party. I didn't really know anybody. I was just making friends, you know, doing me. And it was kind of funny because like as I was sitting there, like I was looking around like, bro, like this is not like a normal party that I'm usually used to going. Out of nowhere, some dude like he's like, yo, the neighbors are gone, bro. Like the neighbors are gone. And some dude comes out of like another room. He has like all the alcohol and shit. And like people are starting to roll blunts and shit. I'm like, holy fuck, like what's going on? And then I'm kind of like taking it in, like holy shit, like this is pretty badass. And then so you know everybody's just chilling, having fun. Everybody's smoking, everybody's drinking, blah blah blah. Typical high school party shit. And what happened? So. There like these people in the party, I didn't even know them. They started beefing out of nowhere, and like these dudes, they pulled up and they had like this, I don't know if you guys, there's like this thing, it's a NOS tank, but they pulled up with like a NOS tank, and like everybody started getting wild about it because like everybody wanted to get some. So it was getting real loud in there, and then I guess one of the neighbors called the police or some shit like that, and then everybody, like the cops pulled up, and then I was sitting there. And like it was a big ass house. It was like in the hills of like wherever Lacerna fucking high school is. So I go upstairs and like I look outside the window at the top in his 2-story house, and I see like 4 cops, and I start fucking panicking. I'm like, holy shit, like yo, like this is the end of my life. I'm probably gonna go to jail or some dumb shit like that. So like I walk back downstairs, and like everybody's like holy shit, bro, like the cops are here, like everybody starts dipping out the back, and like they have this wall. They have this wall in the back that everybody had started hopping over, and all the police started like swarming like around the house, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, it was like my sophomore year, and I was tripping out. Like I was pretty like you know, I wasn't in the best state of mind at that moment. But like I hopped over the wall. And my friend Jonathan was like, bro, we gotta go. And this cop pulls around the corner, he comes like hauling ass around the corner, and I'm like shitting bricks. So like there's like a street that goes like straight, like right when we hop over the wall, there's a street that goes straight to the right and to the left. And people started breaking up everywhere, and it was me, my friend, and 2 random people. We started dipping down like the street, like straight after we hopped over the wall. And after we hopped over the wall, the cop, he started chasing us. He was like, there was 4 of us, and I was like, bro, like we're too fucked up to we can go to jail or some shit, or like we're under the influence. We're young. So I was like, bro, let's just stop. Everybody just stop running, and we all chilled. And the cop pulled up, and he's like what the hell are you guys running for? Blah blah blah. And he sits us down on the curb, and we're all sitting there, and we're like, I'm like sitting there, I'm shaking. I'm like, holy shit, like dude, like this is like my mom's gonna find out. I'm screwed. Like we're all screwed. And the dudes that were next to us, they were 18, so they can go to jail because we were young, and they were in a household with drugs and shit, and we were young, or I was young, and me and my friend Jonathan. And we're sitting there, and my friend, and the cop, he walks back to the car, and there's like, I can hear sirens like all around the fucking neighborhood, like it's crazy. It was like a war scene. And I'm sitting there, and my friend Jonathan, he starts contemplating, like, yo, like, dude, I think I'm gonna dip, or he was panicking. I was like, bro, relax, like, don't do that, like, you're gonna screw yourself over. So he gets up and like, bro, like, dude, I was like, no, dude, chill. The cops, like, he's walking back to his car to do cop shit, whatever they do. And he gets up and like, bro, I can't let him go alone. So obviously my dumbass got up and we fucking ran, like, we dipped out of there. And the cop, like, he starts chasing us, and the other 2 people who were sitting there, they dipped somewhere else. And as we're running, there's like this big ass wall, like that shit's like this, like 2 sizes of me. And my friend Jonathan, he makes it right into like this little like crevice where like these houses were, and I don't know where he goes. But I keep on running, and I'm like, holy shit, like this is intense. And I like do some ninja shit, and like I hop on the wall, and like I wasn't like that strong back then, like so like adrenaline was flowing, like it was pumping. So I just like hop over the wall, and like I just remember like landing on the other side, and I hear the cop, like I hear like this little radio shit, like you know how they phone in and stuff. So I was like, holy shit, like that's crazy. And then it's funny because the next day I go to Chick-fil-A, that's on Whittier Boulevard. And I remember this cop, he had this watch, and it had a blue, like the strap on it was blue. I walk into Chick-fil-A, and you know how like obviously sometimes it's packed there? There was a fucking cop there. And that cop was the same cop that stopped us and then we were sitting down. And I walk in, and I'm standing in line next to this dude. I'm looking at him, I'm like, holy shit. Like, yo, like, this is the cop that just fucking stopped me. And he walks out, I get my food, I eat, and yeah. It was one of the weirdest days of my life. It was so weird.